I had a couple acres of woods cleared 2 years ago with the idea of selling the logs, having the land for pasture. And as you can see behind me, it's not the prettiest job that was done. That's another story that I won't go into. But right now I'm dealing with management of this kind of jumbled mess. I've burned brush a couple times in here. It significantly reduced the pile, but there's still a lot of the root balls. If I had the money, I'd get somebody with a bulldozer to come in, push the stuff into a big pile, and then try to burn it again. I finished this fence recently, and I turned the cows in yesterday, and it's probably about 1.25 acres, I'd say, give or take. There's some grass. It's mostly scrub brush, briars, and things like that. So I got some hay bales in there as a supplement. This is more of a management pasture, I guess if you'd call it that. I don't have anything in paddocks. I have the cows in there just to try to keep the brush and the briars and everything like that at bay, just to kind of tramp it down, because last year I didn't have this fenced off and just the weeds and brush and everything got out of control. I tried to brush hog it, but it's very steep and there's a lot of stumps and things. It was just difficult to get the tractor into. So finally turned the cows in. Ideally, I would have goats and pigs to knock down the brush and stuff. So right now I'm just gonna make do with having the cows. But the Dexters, they will eat a lot more brush than what a regular cow will. I was able to establish better grass up here just because being flat, I was able to brush hog it, keep the weeds down, but even then it's kind of thin. I got a couple hay bales in here as a supplement, and the idea behind this was hopefully seeds from this will fall down in these thinner areas, and then with them standing around, eating it, hopefully go to the bathroom, add some organic material, add more hay seed, clover seed, build up the soil. Now, a cow that's starved, of course, it's going to try to eat what it can, but you can see there's still a lot of nice grass up here, and I got the 2 hay bales up there as a supplement as well, and they're still going after the scrub brush. And in just one day, this area here, they were taking a nap under the shade tree. They've gone to the bathroom, they've tramped it down, eaten it down. You can see, sort of look like that patch there. You can see just in one day what it's done. Sometimes they'll get picky whenever they first come into a new patch, and they'll just eat the tops off of the good grass. And then other times they'll forage the brush. But down around the watering trough here, you can see they've been nipping at the tops of the jagger bushes. It's just them stomping around. It's making a difference. You can see how they're chewed there, and then just across the fence. That's what everything looked like earlier today. So we'll see in about a week or so how it looks.
The biggest thing for me is just that it's been a maintaining of kind of a flat line instead of the vegetation continually to spike and grow throughout the season. The cows are in here and it's at least a flat line of keeping it under control. Usually in pasture fields, they'll reach their heads underneath the fence and try to get the good grass on the other side. You can see along the edge here, they haven't really touched it. And the spot under the clump of trees where they'd bed down during the day, they've chewed it up quite a bit. I thought they'd have this section mostly eaten down since there's more grass than what there is weeds and jaggers. I'm surprised how tall the grass still is. They have been eating the hay bale, but usually they can eat one of these within a couple days, and it's been over a week and there's still just under half of it left. So that shows that they have been eating a lot of the vegetation as well. As a side-by-side comparison, you can tell where they've been keeping the weeds at bay in the pasture. And right beside it, this is the area that was cleared at the same time as well. And I just did about a month ago, but still the briars being unchecked, you can see how fast they're already growing. You can definitely tell even from a distance that the cows have definitely been eating a lot of the brush. And that's what I wanted. However, they're cows and they're not pigs and they're not goats. So unless they're starving, they're not going to eat the jagger bushes all the way down to the root. And I put in the hay bales in there because I don't want them to be starving. Because when they have nice pasture across the fence, they're going to try to get out. They're not going to eat all this brush whenever they can get to good pasture. If you do try to use cows for brush control, keep that in mind, that you are going to want to have some hay in there as a supplement. Otherwise, the cows are going to try to get out. The cows are happy until I do get goats and pigs. I'm going to go ahead and just keep rotating them every so often in here to keep the brush at bay.